You can talk tonight.
No. People might be busy anyway.
Busy doing what? Being locked in?
Yeah, well, we just got to wait and see what happens. Building industry gets, all that gets shut down. And what happens? Do not go out unless for essential shopping, medical care, exercise or work, depending on work, education. This cannot be done remotely. No more than 2 people to gather in a public unless from same family. Prefer one family member only to go to the shop. No children.
Mm-hmm.
Playgrounds, gyms, skate parks are to close tomorrow. Yet boot camp reduced to 2 people. Why have a boot camp? I don't
Well,
get
that means personal training, I think.
People 70 plus should stay at home. Limit contact as much as possible. This applies to people 60 plus with chronic illness and Indigenous Australians over 50.
What does it say?
People 70 plus should stay at home and self-isolate. Limit contact with others as much as possible. This also applies to people 60 plus with chronic illness and Indigenous Australians over 50.
So I've got to stay home.
Yep.
And you've got to go shopping.
Nope, I'll have to call and say, oh, well, I can't go on the bus.
Home delivery?
Still not clear on like we're having this stuff done.
No, that's fine.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Because I can social distance. Might have to go to the toilet soon. It's exciting.
Oh, just announce it to YouTube, why don't you?
Yeah. Let me take you on a toilet trip.
Yeah.
What was that?
Play the music while
I
you're on
think
there.
it was the frogs in the lake. Yeah, there's 2 of them. plane.
Big one too.
Mm.
Well, it was bringing more people back that landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we all know where they go.
Yeah.
And the quarantine. Actually, it doesn't matter where they're from. If they're from the eastern states, same thing.
If it's, yeah, especially if it's like a layover or because it was a connecting flight.
Oh, there'll be no layovers anywhere.
Connecting flight, that's it.
Won't be any connecting flights. Or, because that sounded very familiar, like a C-130 could be a military aircraft.
Yeah, well, if you're caught doing what you're not supposed to be doing, you can end up with $1,000 fine.
Or jail.
Yeah, because what I read on my site today, you know the skate park at Bassendean?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is opposite the shop or something, isn't it? Or wherever it is. There was about 20 plus teenagers there today.
Yeah. Good morning, Carolyn. We just had coffee and I
Caroline.
love bacon and eggs.
You're having bacon and eggs?
I can smell it from here. It sizzles. Hello, see you later.
Hello, long time no see.
Hope you're all good. I'm tired. I was on my hands and knees all day. I'm an old man. My wife forced me
I did
to
not.
be on my knees and hands all day, cleaning the floor.
No, that was your choice.
Yeah, we got done. But now, I think rigor mortis is setting.
It still has to be done again, though.
Not by me. How's Australia? Good. We've got fairly strict regulations and people, to the main part, are sticking to them. Dawn dish soap in a sprayer bottle. Why? Is it dirty?
Well, dishwash helps get rid of,
Snails?
no, lawn beetle
That's true.
and something to do with helps with water or something.
Right.
Unless Caroline's bored.
Unless he's actually individually cleaning each grass leaf.
Yep, you're bored, Caroline.
You shall be clean. Stand still. Oh, boy. It's cheap now, isn't it? Yeah. One way to mow the lawn. Oof. Yes, it's not good in the USA, unfortunately. There's lots of little simple tricks. Like even in the old days, I was taught by an old bloke. You just get a bar of natural soap and you run hot water on it in a big bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket. Just keep running the hot water. And then after about 10 minutes, you get a stick and spin it around, take whatever soap is left out. And if you've got lawn beetles, and you can see where they're damaging the lawn beetles, you just pour it on top. And
Well,
the beetles actually end up suffocating because the soapy bits get stuck in their breathing apparatus.
yeah.
And it doesn't damage the lawn.
But using boiling hot water. I
Oh,
don't
it's
know.
cold by the time you put it on the lawn.
But boiling hot
That's
water.
just to get the soap. Sorry to interrupt you, it was just to get the soap to come off the
Yeah,
soap.
no, I was listening to the sirens. They're close.
Wrote the book, uses natural remedies from way back. Yeah, that's the way to go. It's like an old poultice for getting rid of infections. So you've got a cut and it's getting a bit pussy. We just mix soap and sugar, like a paste. Put it on the nasty bit, wrap it around, and then a day later you take it off and it draws the pus out. And then you can wipe it clean and do it again if you have to. They're old World War One methods of trying to help with infection. I like old remedies because normally they're natural. That would have been an ambulance, I think you might have heard then.
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
Wasn't a normal sound for police car. Epsom salts on the ground. Yep. Yeah, I don't like Epsom salts in the garden because a lot of people just keep putting it on and it builds up. It's a natural aggregate of building up Epsom salts. It does help with nutrition for things like tomatoes and etc. But yeah, I tend to steer away from it. But a lot of people swear by Epsom salts. It's good in a bath if you've got aching bones, which I have right now. But we don't have a bath. Yeah, a little bit of everything can't hurt you. That's the old saying, isn't it, Carolyn? I do 6 hours on my knees. That hurts. I got hurts on top of hurts. But they're getting pretty close to a total shutdown here. Pretty close. It's been very gradual, but to give you an idea, going to the shop, now only one member of the family can go to the shop. So it's not like husband and wife, you can't do that. It makes it a bit tough on some people. And people over 70, just to minimise the amount of people in the shop, see you later. Over 70, you're advised not to go to the shop and arrangement for delivery will be done. And anyone over 60, like with diabetes or issues, any health issues at all, well, you're not supposed to go either. So I'm not supposed to go. My wife's going to get annoyed.
Why?
Because I'll go to the shop and say, did you go to the cheap shop? Did you get this? Did you look in for some stuff? I'll go, no, I don't window shop.
No.
But we don't plan to go anywhere for a little while anyway.
I'm not 60 yet.
No. But how are you going to bring the shopping home?
I'll just ask someone. I'll just have to ask one of the
You
kids.
can't go with someone.
No, I will tell them what I want.
In China. Well, I do believe the Chinese are meticulous. I've watched some recent videos about how they're all kitted up. And if you're anywhere, they just give you rules and regulations. And there's a reporter that's been there for about 3 months. And he says, incredible lockdown, like you weren't allowed out, there were police on the street, and now they've opened it up. He can go shopping for an hour. Is this worldwide? It's everywhere, see you later. Only place it's not is Antarctica. We're ahead of the US as far as how long we've had it for. and we've had a total of 16 deaths. 14 of them have been from people who were overseas, came back, and sadly passed away. They already had the disease. So we've lost 2 people in Australia. And I was looking at terrible figures in Italy, Spain, France, but America scares the hell out of me. I don't think Americans have been given the right messages. And I think there's going to be a terrible price to pay. I saw a mosquito. Die, you little mother. I mean, I read this morning that there's already over 2,000 casualties in the US, which is mind-boggling. New York is a bad place to be at the moment, along with Washington and a few other states, Michigan. Florida's got a bit of a bad run. You have 100 in your area. Well, my whole state has about 3 and a bit million people in it. And we've got 200 cases. And only 2 have passed away. I still go out. My question would be to you, why? Of course you can do what you like. I'm not telling you to do otherwise, but my question is, why would you go out if you didn't have to? We're getting reports of people, very young people, 20 to 40, dying, and if they're not dying, they're having terrible. I like no traffic. Well, there is that in your favour. But if you just went for a drive here at the moment, Seal Hater, thought, I'm just going to go for a drive.
Oh, pull you
You'd be
over.
pulled over and said, what are you doing? You said, I'm just going for a drive because there's no traffic. And they say, well, even your car's not going to be on the road now because you are under arrest. There's a $1,500 fine and you will spend 21 days in jail. What? But I'm Seal Hater. You can't do that. Yeah, we can. That's what they do.
Well, it depends what the law is, where they are.
Oh, that's true. I said here.
Yeah. So your law could be different, Seal, hey? That's right. Petrol's cheap everywhere.
Trump didn't make gas cheaper at all. Trump had nothing to do with it. The downturn in demand plus Russia and Saudi having a price war at the very time we have this virus, that's who made the gas cheaper. Demand. There isn't any. Think about it. Isn't it a bitch? You can go buy gas in Australia for less than $1 a litre, but you can't go anywhere. Cunning plan, if you think about it. You can't be gathered. Let's say you and I wanted to go for a walk down the park, which you're allowed to do. Only you and I could do it, Seal Hater. Not 3 people.
No.
Just 2 people.
That's here.
And if you are from the same household, you might be able to take a couple of others because they're all from the same house.
But no elderly.
No.
Okay, we've got plenty to do here.
The prices of 1970s. Actually, that was not a good time. There was no gas. Went through the roof. Do you remember? Maybe you don't. But they're doing some good things. The banks are doing the right thing here for a change. You're not required to pay any mortgage payments. It's frozen. You're not required to pay any credit card or personal debt. It's frozen.
Is that?
Yep. And rent is going to be frozen in the next couple of days. So people don't have to pay rent. Yeah. And most Australians, if they're not working, will get about $1,100 a fortnight put into their bank every fortnight until this is finished. But it's just about a full lockdown. It's all but, you know what I mean? The all but we won't be allowed out. Well, I don't know what they're doing in the US, but they're just freezing debt. It's not going away. You're just not required to pay any payments. Well, let's take the kids for a drive up and down the driveway for a couple of hours. Cheap gas. Come on, kids, we're going up and down the driveway again. I don't want to, Dad. Get in the car. You need exercise, but I'm just sitting. Righto. And I just read that Bunnings, normal people can't go there till 9 o'clock. It's open for essential services. If you're a nurse, fiery, whatever,
Yeah.
you can go there at 7 and trade.
Yeah.
And
I
at
think
9 o'clock, the public can go. Well, one person can go.
one isn't supermarkets like it was for the elderly. Right?
Similar thing, I think.
They're
Yeah.
doing the same, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, this is for trade mainly. You're healthy, they're doing okay? Yeah, we're doing okay. I'm just tired.
Yeah, we're just tired from all the work. Zed's got down on his hands and knees and cleaned the floor.
The whole floor.
The whole floor. We're
Nothing
talking,
but the floor.
how big?
Oh, about 200 square feet. Because it needed to be cleaned. Come up all right. I forgot to get that another coat on that door too. Hello, my little fig leaf. How are you? Savvy?
Why is the fig leaf turned French?
Because King Shamo is French or French. You'll laugh at me today, King Shamo. I was on my knees and hands for 6 hours. No, I wasn't pretending to be a pony. All right, see you later.
All right, see ya.
Be careful.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, I'm tired. Physically. I know because a little birdie whispered in my ear and said, King Shamo is going amongst the peasants. No one will recognize his disguise. I said, you're right, eh?
Up on the over. It's a wonder that was allowed.
Fig leaf. It's not showing nothing. Mind you, it is a really tiny fig leaf. I'll have to go to the toilet in a second. We had dinner tonight. When I remember to cook it.
You make it sound like that you only go to the toilet when you cook dinner.
I think so. I can imagine. Laughing's good. Shall I be back? Which toilet to use?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've got to go around and clean all of them. Well, everybody seems to get a different nickname when they come in here now. So quiet. I wonder if you chatters actually notice how quiet it is here. Not really hearing the planes. Actually, we heard one land, but that could have been bringing the last people home from wherever they were, straight into isolation. No sports being played. Oh, hey Adam. Oh, sorry, Iceman. Oh, I can't spell. Yes, you know who Fig Leaf is? Just to remind you. Yeah, I know. That's what I usually put, is Iveman for some reason, because damn autocorrect. Yeah, I was just saying we've all give everyone some sort of nickname. So you've both had a good what is it? It's just morning where you are, isn't it? So you have had brekkie. We had crumb sausages, mashed potato and corn tonight. Oh, that's a good question. Who, besides Adam, who was the first person to wear a fig leaf? A bit of a smile there. I thought you'd been... My brain is not working. Corned beef hash. Now we had crumbed sausages, mashed potato and corn. Corn kernels. Oh, we've got cake actually that we need to eat tonight, I think. When Seeds gets back, I shall get it. We could have had it with our coffee. Damn. Oh, first, yeah. Yeah, we just finished the coffee. And I've got to have the cake with it. Hey Mel, be right back. Yes, that's true, Fig. And when you spew, now if you've had them or not, you spew carrots. I don't care what anyone says. They must stay in your system for 20 odd years. You might not have had carrots in a month, and if you spew, there's carrots. Mel, feet is Shamo, in case you've forgotten. Ah, that's right. Damn, I forgot Mel's new name. Let me do that. Is that right, Mel?
That is all I can do. I went and did. Hapu. Hello.
Adam's there.
Hello, Adam.
You're busy all the time, Mel, I know. Did I do that right, Mel? It's FNM. Farmer Nurse Mel. Is that right?
She likes S&M. Is that what you're saying? Oh, my goodness. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Well, if you're sitting where I'm sitting today, Mel, you would have been able to watch my little ass wiggle up and down the timber floor for 6 hours. 6 hours later. I'm so stiff. Physically, not erectology. Sore, aching old bones. My mind was racing. My body was saying, stop it. You're killing me.
I was just saying we had our coffee and I forgot to bring the cake with it.
True.
Because it's got to be eaten.
Yeah, we'll eat it tomorrow.
It'll be alright.
Yeah. So we cleaned all the floor.
Well, you
there.
did.
Well, I cleaned all the floor in there.
And I
Mr.
didn't.
Angel set up the dining table, so if she wants to take you for a walk, you'll be able to see it a bit differently.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Oh, still on your mouse. Apologies. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
That's alright.
Must be very hard to type being an Iceman. Shivering. It was 13 degrees this morning when I got up. 13. We call it the new ice age. It's roughly about 40 Fahrenheit. It was cold. Very cold. Oh, we're getting on top of the yard as well, Adam. There's bits and pieces. Take Jay on holiday again. Waiting call. It's busy and important tonight. She's always important. How long? Well, there's a lot of prep work. I had to re-level, put in retaining walls, you know what I mean? A lot of pre-work. Took them about a day to screed and lay and compact about 200 square metres of sand, and they've laid most of the pavers of that, and they're back tomorrow. So I think by Wednesday they'll be finished. They've got a bit more retaining wall to do. Got to put grass in, so it'll look a bit different out there by the end of the week. Works out roughly we're putting 1,000 square feet of paving, Adam. There you go. Saves mowing. We will have lawn though, don't worry. Oh, cheap versions, crush rock, that'll save you money for sure. We're going to have plenty of things growing, but probably in very large pots. What's wrong?
I lost-
Trying to type something, it's not working.
Yeah, just late this last week, my YouTube's been playing up. Okay.
What did Mel have for dinner? Did you get a photo?
No.
Where's your garden going? It's going to be in raised garden beds I'll be building. I'm not panicking too much for the winter crop here, but mainly I want to get it all ready.
Yeah, we
Oh, definitely be for the summer garden. It'll be all go by then.
we had tar in the driveway, but bitumen, as we call it.
Yeah,
But
that's what was there. Yeah.
bitumen, if there's ever a problem, it's harder and messier to fix and replace. You've got to dig it up.
She's my kind of woman.
Roast pork
She
and all
knows
the
to
things.
throw a little pig my way. Oh, crackling milk. Tell me about it. Tell me about the crackling.
Pork
Describe
crackling.
it.
Seeds gets all that.
Crackling. See, I have a plan to save pigs. I love bacon and I love roast pork. But all we have to do is to get veterinarians to put the big piggy to sleep and just take one of his back legs off and make a prosthetic leg for the pig. That way the pig has done his job. He's still alive, though he's only got 3 legs. And what it means is that we can all still eat pork without the pigs suffering. Well, they suffer a little bit under anaesthesia. But there's a thought process. You could do the same with cows. Well, it saves the little pig to be able to grow really old until he's piglets and grand piglets. Yes, they started the 3-legged thing when I was just a little pig. And now all of you have 3 legs like I. But that's one way to the cows. Just one big ass cheek and a leg off a cow. They can build prosthetic legs. So no animal will ever have to die again. All the vegetarians will thank us. I've had pigs. Man, they're like dogs, Mel. That's what they're like. Until they get to about 200 kilo, then they're a big dog. All right, I'll shut up. No worries. Silencio.
Shh.
She thinks she's a seeds whisperer.
Yes, seeds whisperer. Who Mel is.
Yeah, now they get big. I used to grow one every year. 2 actually. I'll be able to keep 1.5 pigs for myself, and the other half went to my mate who helped me cut it up. Bit of a deal we had going. He was a fully qualified butcher, and I'm pretty good, but he's better. Used to raise 4 sheep, 2 pigs. And that's all I needed in the way of sheep and pig. Never bought anything. I used to get a dozen chickens at a time. Make sure I had freezer space. She hasn't shown me the roast pork. She knows I'm just going to drool over a keyboard.
I'll show you in a sec. Roast.
Has to have, oh, yum.
That's one picture. That just
Definitely gravy, potatoes, peas. Yes. Was there a bit of
Mel,
pumpkin there, was
I
it?
mean, yeah, even I got to say that looks good. I'm not as big on pork as you are, but
Yep.
that does look good.
If you end up with chickens for pets, they don't think they're chickens anymore. And they get rather angry when you say you can't come inside. They're like, what? The indignation on their faces.
Well,
Honeyed carrots? Mmm.
it's morning for Iceman, so he'll be telling you what he had for dinner last night.
True.
Yes, I know. Maybe that's my problem.
Domino pizza, thick cut fries. You're on a diet, Adam. Yeah, I know, but they don't think they're supposed to be outside. When you go inside now, the chickens go, well, excuse me, you've accidentally closed the door. I want to sit on the lounge. One of our neighbour chicken over here the other day was sitting on one of these leather chairs. Like, this is good. I'll live here. Happy chickens give you eggs. That's for sure. Yep, got to keep them entertained. £5 to £10. Wow, that's not much. £10 is 2.5, 4 kilos, about 3 kilos something. It's not much. Just skip lunch. Oh, you know, stopping smoking increases the appetite. We had a child security gate for the chickens. That's a good idea.
Yes, Mel looks after her. Chicken's really good.
The dogs want to get a bit of extra. What are you giving these chickens? JJ, follow me. Open the gate, JJ. Good dog. Right. Ah, leftover pork. That's mine.
Yeah, but your dogs are cute, Mel. The puppies. One day we'll get to cuddle them.
Did you send her a photo of Milo with the toys?
Oh,
Should send it.
no, because I haven't got it.
Oh, haven't you?
No, you got that.
Okay. I'd send it to Mel, but I don't have her information. I'll send it to you.
Em moved William to another room and was rearranging his room, and he's got like all Pokemon stuffed animals.
Pikachu and things like that.
Pikachu and all that. And because the dogs love the stuffed toys, and Em said, no, Milo. So he went, what did he do? Go under the bed and around behind them to try and get them.
Not talking to this Shamo, he's obviously an intruder.
Ah, who's this Shamo?
Fig Leaf? Fig Leaf, your impersonator Shamo is here.
He's talking French again.
So we got the floor cleared and we got the bookcase up against the wall and our TV is in a box because we're not watching it yet. We hardly watch TV anyway. And put a little bit of cardboard down for when the plumber and the gas man come back along with the carpet layers.
Oh, that's getting...
Oh. You can never retire, Mr. Figleaf. He will pop up, excuse the pun, from time to time. time of year. I've got friends in Canada who tell me it's the worst time of the year. It snows and it rains, so it's all slushy crap.
Mel could be doing a be right back, I think.
There you go. It was Civipippus.
God, how many accounts you got? I wouldn't even know how to do more and use them.
I have one.
I don't know how.
This one.
Yeah, so is me. I don't know how you do it. Man, it's getting cold.
It's about 17 degrees here, which is cold. We've both got dressing gowns on and socks. 3 days ago it was 100 degrees. Not anymore. Yeah, unpleasant, I imagine, Chamo. Melting, sloggy, floggy snow, ice. Then you get a cold morning, it freezes up all the ridges of ice. Not pleasant. Of course, after the ice and snow melts, you've got only one thing to look forward in Canada. That's a 3-week summer and 4 months of black flies. Yes, I don't like the sound of those black flies. Little buggers. Fishing, yeah. Yes, he's the king. That's why he's different. Hello, Jojo.
Mel.
What?
Right, that's only 2 stars, because I think you did a be right back, but went and came back.
I
Did you?
thought I saw Jojo, but it was too quick for me.
That was Jojo. I was going to put my flies, and it's
Night Rider.
Yep, I don't know if Adam was here when we renamed it Jojo the Night Rider. Mel, are you be right back or are you here?
She's busy planning her overthrow of planet Earth, where all dogs
With
will wear
pork.
clothing
And chickens' nails
and
will
chickens
be
will
painted.
be counsellors. Yeah, we get midgies, little buggers. Clouds of them sometimes.
And midges actually pee on you, don't they? They don't actually bite you. What stings is their pee.
No, they bite you. They
Disgusting
just
little,
happen to pee on you at the same time.
disgusting little things. How big's their bloody bladder?
Not very big, but there's lots of them.
Feels like it's got a bit cooler.
One thing that does work, Adam, it's a bit smelly. It's half kerosene, half water. And you dab it on a sponge and you put that sponge in a little bag. And then when you're out and you come across them, just rub your legs with that. You do smell like kerosene when you're finished, but you don't get bitten.
No, natural repellent. I don't know, rub vinegar over yourself.
No. Best way to avoid things like that is to stay inside. Send someone else on an errand. Yes, walk through the midgie field and get me a loaf of bread. Thank you. That same mixture, Adam, half Kiro, half water, is what you rub on chicken legs to stop them getting ticks. They don't like it. Yeah, the old trick is just put it on the sponge though.
No, it's got to be.
Put it in a bag so it doesn't have to stink. Yes, DDT, directly inhaled, will stop you getting the virus.
Will stop you
You
getting.
will be dead in 8 minutes, but other than that, it does work.
No, there's got to be some other tea tree oil.
Oh, there's lots of natural remedies, but it's usually the time of the day. First thing in the morning, midges, late, just before the sun goes down, they all hover like clouds.
Yeah.
A double DDT. They used to spray it all the time, didn't they? Then they said, oops, it's deadly poison. Maybe we should stop doing that.
So what are you up to today, Night Rider?
Probably breakfast, orange juice. Probably driving the car up and down the driveway for half an hour just to make him feel like he's gone somewhere.
Well, actually, he has a job to do. He helps
Yes,
people, so he's allowed
that is
out.
true, Shamo. Just going to bed or bed.
No.
Yeah, so am I. It's on my hands and knees for 6 hours, cleaning a floor. Old men shouldn't have to be forced to do that.
You weren't.
Yeah, you just need it done.
Now, put something from the door into the kitchen, even if I have to use that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Something to put on the floor for when what's her name walks in that way, the plumber.
I'm just cardboard. I've got that sitting on the stove.
Is that enough?
Yeah, you take your shoes off. Adam says, oh, I freaked out over a moth one night. Yes, it was probably described as a demon. Yes, I'm a floor polisher now, Shamo, apparently.
Yes.
But I don't want to be. I did what was needed to do. I went in, got the job done. Yep, you can polish a turd. You can fine-tune that turd. You can dress the turd in a pink bow. However, it is still a turd. I did a video once called King of the Turds. If you want to watch it, just type in Seeds to Freedom, King of the Turds. No, seriously, I did. It's a story. I used to do lots of stories before I became a professional floor polisher. Probably not. Do I know of Pneumatic Fanatic? Yes, I've been around a long time, Adam. I was here when Boyd was just bubbling lava. There was nothing but amoeba. I've seen it all. Some things should not have been seen. very, like I say, as much as this particular person that you are discussing is degenerate, disgusting, no social skills at all, he lives an absolute misery of a life. You don't have to really punish him because he does it to himself. When people are in charge of their own demise, there's nothing you can do. No, that's true. But life goes on, even though it is mysteriously different than normal. Yes, Shamo, and in the end, for him, the end will come sooner than later. And I hope it's just the end of YouTube for him, but it could be the end of his life because he is so silly about everything. I don't think I've ever met an angry pot smoker, actually. Normally, a pot smoker doesn't get up to greet you, but says these words, "Hey, here you go." And that's all you get out of them for a couple of hours. Welcome back. Oh, she's back, and now she's going to be back again. There you go. Can you pass me the biscuits? Or just bring the whole fridge over to me if you don't mind.
I need 2 stars, Mel.
I got a peaceful, easy feeling.
Can't even call in a monsieur for you.
Who?
I can't even call in a monsieur. What do you call them?
A masseur?
Monsieur.
No. They'd be in a hazmat suit. Yes, I call in a naked, gorgeous female masseur, and she'll come in with a hazmat suit on. She'll say, "I know it's disheartening, but underneath this, I am naked." Oh, thanks.
Oh dear.
Hitting the floor traffic.
Well, yeah, Seed says that all the time. People can get booked for going too slow, especially even in the slow lane, hey?
They can actually, yeah. Yes, I'm afraid you may be right, Chairman. push people only so far. Oh, you're still a puppy, Adam. What are you going on about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, there you go. He, like I say, the future does not bode well for him, I'm afraid. Even if someone like that changed their ways, got work, started to straighten their life out, it's pretty hard to start doing that when you're middle age. All your habits, behaviours and values are all entrenched by then, and he has none of those. He has no values, no social skills, certainly has issues, and is the typical person where it's everybody else's fault, never him. It's sad, like I say. It's like you can see someone drowning, and no matter what you throw in the water, like life preserves, and ropes and whatever, he doesn't grab onto them. There's no saving a lost soul. And someone is so deluded, and his example would be king of everything, best at everything, best at sport, best at cooking, best, you know. Yet all he has is an empire of dirt, and yet he can't see it. Sad. Some more little jobs to do tomorrow. Painting, varnishing. Let's see if I can move in the morning.
You will.
So is there more chairs than that, or is it?
2 more.
So it's 8 seats, isn't it?
Yeah, but they can. I'll work out where to put the other 2 chairs.
Well, you can put the whole table there if you want to.
Okay, but
Extend it.
extended. It'd have to go at a slight angle if we did that.
Why?
You wouldn't be able to walk around it if we did it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You've got masses of area to do whatever you like there. You won't be putting on any angle.
Yay, Mel. Are you? Or have you?
She had to be right back again.
Or
I
you?
bet he has people giving him money, so he keeps on going. Yeah, I said that for years, that all he's doing is bouncing along the bottom. That's all people are doing for him. Very sad. My analogy, of course, was organ grinders making the little monkey dance.
agree with you.
There's not much, like I say, Judge, and as many people would get angry or disgusted, he is what he is. And he is the master of his own demise. Even though the odd organ grinder from time to time will make him dance, it's only peanuts he's getting. Yeah, I don't see any benefits if that's the case, Adam. Let me ask the question. Is Rosie getting any more money? Or is the fat man in the can getting any more money?
Well, it's the views.
If the answer, well, views don't mean much. If the answer is no, then it's not scripted. If the answer is yes, clearly, more money is coming in, the answer would be yes, it would be scripted, but follow the money. Yeah, it still doesn't pay. If you only have a chance, like mine, I get loads of hits, and I don't have any super chat or things like that, but I get about $30 a month roughly, which I can retire on. One bag of rice a month is all I need.
But that's right, views do bring money in, and some people just like to hear people talk crap about other people.
Well, the truth be known, the real person who wants to have people type to him is the man in the can in the van. He is so lonely, low self-esteem, he needs feedback from people. It doesn't even have to be good feedback, it's attention, no matter what it is. Can you imagine if no one turned up? It'd be like, I don't exist. It's the Peter Pan psychology, if you like. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
I don't have to go there. I can discern within a few paragraphs what's going on. It's the same crap. If you keep going there, you know what he's going to say. It's repetitive. Over and over and over and over. Same outcome. Give me your money. I'll ban you. Trolls.
Mel, are you back? Are you really?
We could cut those cakes up and tease them.
Okay, just wait a minute. Just got to give Mel 4 stars, even though she's not backing properly.
She's busy. Does JJ look after? Food to write down to buy?
Put the puppies in jammies. Are they in warm jammies tonight, Mel? Because it's a bit cold here.
Yeah. Asking people for money usually only comes from people who want it, not from people who need it. I did see a photograph of Mao Zedong when he was about 40. And I have a feeling that Mao Zedong drove a B-class van. I'm just saying.
Oh, Jojo. Doris Day haircut.
Yes, Three Stooges. May. That's her to be. Certainly not Curly. Yep, that sounds about right, Adam.
That's a weird bark that dog's making.
It's like the hound of the basketball.
Oh.
The night air was cold and cutting. Jojo, or as we know him, Knight Rider, got out of kit and walked into the meadow. There in the distance you could hear this hound. It was more of a cry than a wail. Jojo got back in his car with 2 hamburgers and raised his middle finger to the store owner and said, "You can shove it next time, kid." Then he ran over the dog and went home. Yes, that's true, Adam. Imagine having to look at that. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the cutest divan dweller of all? And the mirror says, "Not fucking you, mate. Jeez, check you out, Mao Zedong. Get a life. Get out of bed before 3 p.m. The sun does rise. You've never seen it, of course. You believe there's only sunsets." It's extraordinary when you think he sleeps most of the day, he eats the remaining part of the waking hours, and yeah, he's just so tired. Busy. I've been busy all day, sleeping, eating. I don't know what to do. Send me some more money so I can sleep a bit more, eat a bit more. Welcome back, Mel. I can hear cups rattling. Is the boss going to have a cuppa? If she does. Welcome back, Melons. My goodness, you could be in trouble, Adam. Good comeback, Mel. You're welcome, Oddums. Might be getting a coffee and cake. Just guessing. Cake. Yeah, that'd be about right, Jojo. I fell in love with a Mexican girl. What was her name? John. Da 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 da. I can type pretty fast, I just can't be bothered. I tell you what, it's funny to do sometimes, and it would be in my videos as well, is when you turn on that annotations for having the words come across the screen. I'm tired. I'm not saying it right, but you'll listen to people and then the words come out totally different. It's so funny. I watched one guy saying he went to the shop and it comes up, "I saw a frog." I'm thinking, he didn't say that bad, but so the people with hearing difficulties might think, what the hell is this guy going on about? That's it, caption. I'm tired. About 5 minutes after he left Rosie's, he pulled over and started spreading his garbage all over the van. Yes. Some people just cannot see what's around them. It's like, what's wrong? It's not that messy. I have a sneaking suspicion a hot coffee with cake is coming, Mel. It has the runs. Oh, that should be handy in a Walmart bag. garlic's not the only thing that'll be sprayed on the walls. All people around the world are good. You've got to be honest. Most people are good. Yeah, I'll have a coffee. Yeah, if a bit of cake's coming. You can taunt Mel, aren't you? And bring out this. I don't know what sort of cakes are. I know there's a carrot cake in there. You know, you buy packs of 3 from the bakers. Very difficult, I imagine, Mel. Ooh, a funnel. An ass funnel. I'm not sure if he's aware. Someone said to me yesterday he's still in California, and I'm thinking, okay, well, you might get out of California, but I do know that Illinois is probably going to close, and Chicago is a hotbed at the moment, so. You're a pussy. I saw that. You're a pussy. I mean, I'm 60, but I'm a pretty big bloke. I would just deck him. He would not survive in Australia. Every man and his dog would drag him out and give him a hiding. And that's just how we do it here. Don't take lightly to deviance at all. It's like if Shamo come down, he'd be saying, geez, these Aussies are so kind and gentle. And then we'd happen to be walking down the street one time and someone's giving someone lip. And it's on. Yeah, that's true, Adam. I don't think it'll be a lone sheep there. There's absolutely, I mean, it's for those uninitiated that you meet and tell them, just say, look, all you need to do is think the opposite when he says something. I'm a king. No, you're a pauper. I'm the greatest singer in the world. No, you're probably the worst person I've ever heard sing. I'm the best cook in the world. I should be on MasterChef. No, you can't cook a damn thing. And the only king you are of is car parks. There is no nomadic lifestyle. There is the car park lifestyle. That's it. The truth is definitely different than the delusion. But in Australia and in the UK right now, the homeless are being taken off the street. Probably some won't be liking it, but they're all going into hotels and accommodation. If you see homeless people on the street in Australia, you'd be very lucky at the moment because he would have got away. But basically, no one is to be on the street. Not sure if that's happening in the US. Yeah, I mean, I would fight someone if there was a reason. I probably wouldn't fight him because A, it wouldn't be fair, and B, he's a child in a morbidly obese, middle-aged body. Yeah, well said, JJ. And you notice there's always the craving for approval. Always. It's like, I did a good job there, didn't I? And look at this, best in the world. Always seeking approval, which means he never had any as a child. I think Daddy might have been like the backhander. Get out of my way. Oh, I've been fighting all my life, mate. It's Australian. It takes a lot to fire me up. It's a bad mistake to do it. It's true, Jojo. It's like he's a foot and a half shorter than me, and I do weigh a good 220 pounds myself, but I still got a bit of sinew and muscle, and I could pick him up and throw him over the fence or into a garbage bin. But what would be the point? Like I say, if nothing else, it highlights the mental health issues online, because delusion is grandeur with that one. The belief in something is not. It's very dangerous, because obviously all the highs of abusing people and telling them he's the king and I'm the best, and when he turns off the camera, he faces reality. Morbid obesity, obviously health issues. Someone said he's got nits or something now. He's unclean. His sanitary conditions are terrible. So when he turns off the camera, that's what he faces. So he would go into deep depression most of the time. And a lot of, if you know people with depression, there's two things they do. They hide a lot, they want to be alone, and they also sleep or lay down a lot. They want the world to go past. It could be scabies, actually, because he always has had trouble with his skin flaking on his arms and hands and the back of his hands, shoulder. Now it's his head. Could indeed be scabies. Here comes the sun. Da 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 da. Mystic angel approaches with coffee. You can see her now. There she is. Look, there she is. Oh, it's a coffee. It's my coffee.
Yeah, get the cake.
Cake?
You saying that, what's his name?
Are you there, Mel? The cake's
Were
coming.
you saying that what's his name's got nits?
Well, someone said he had nits.
You only get nits if you're in close contact with other people.
Well, not sure how that happened. Hear that noise? That woo, woo, woo. It's a frog-mouth owl. He married an American, so now, not sure who you're talking about. He lives there. She's back. She's going to get nip. She's going to get cake. Don't have a lot of cake, but I don't mind it with the coffee, I must be honest. Yes, I said cake, and it's coming now. Ooh, look at all this. All right, Jojo, you have a good day. Oh, good to show them.
See you, Night Rider.
Check that out. There's an apple thingy, a chocolate thingy, and a carrot cake thingy.
First thing, chocolate.
I'm definitely partial to a bit of carrot cake. Oh, yeah. We'll leave the rest for you guys. Just reach out and grab some.
Don't chew too loud, because I can hear us.
I will do my best. It's nice, actually. Moist carrot cake. Which is good, actually.
Where are you, Mel? Oh, it's getting colder.
If I save some, it may be a little bit green when you get here, Shamo. Hello, VMAC. Have a piece of cake. There's a chocolate one there. We rarely have cake, I'll be honest.
That's the first one I grabbed. VMAC was the chocolate one.
Yeah, that one looks good. It's like a sort of a. It's not a cake, really. It's sort of more like pie, isn't it? Really.
The apple one.
You can have that one, VMAC. I've had a bit of carrot cake, and I think I'm done. Your roommate's doing well. Sounds like you're in a cell.
Yeah, that's the one I had, VMAC. The other one's that seeds. I already had the chocolate.
You can have the other one if you like. I'm full now with that. There's a big piece of carrot cake.
I'll have the other carrot cake.
I can't, I'm full.
I'm not going to argue. Of course I'll have the
Before
other.
you eat it, show VMAC, don't just take it away.
I did, she saw it.
Take one last look, VMAC.
Chocolate with sprinkles and chocolate icing, VMAC.
This is where you can have your cake and eat it. Yeah, that was an old joke. Works, eh? Well, you can't, VMAC. You can't have the cake, but we can eat it. I'm not going to have one, but I'll show you the apple thingy. Sort of like, I don't know, spongy thing with lots of apple inside with a glaze on top. I'll have that one tomorrow. Dun, 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 dun. It has to be a video, VMAC. Just of the chocolate fountain. Nothing, no words are required. You were nearly going to bite that, were you, Shamo? Like I say, we don't eat a lot of cake. But that'd be good if you wanted to give someone a dessert, just get some nice hot custard or something over the top of it. The carrot cake, that was yum. I hate cakes like that are not moist. This is really moist. It's got a nice flavour going through it. Had coffee and cake. With no family dinner, I am not loving the idea. Yeah, our kids are staying away, which is good. They're just doing the right thing.
Yep, they're staying in their own little world.
It is, Adam, but it's very moist. Do you want to try that carrot cake? Just have a bite of it.
No,
It's yum.
I know it's a good carrot cake.
It is.
Actually, not often that we've actually bought a bad carrot cake when you think about it.
I make them. And banana cake I make. Really easy. It's like high tea, VMAC. Your cup and cake is ready for you to pick up.
These ones are made by
Made by a baker. That's the only
Baker.
reason we got it. I don't like store-bought cake.
she always makes them and then makes up trays of assorted cakes.
Normally, I think $4 a piece, but you get 3 for $6, so it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
A midgie.
Good old apple pie sitting on the window, cooling down. Make me some custard to go with that. It's very quiet, isn't it?
Shower in a minute. Use the bed.
You do realise right now there'd be dozens and dozens of producers and directors out taking footage of no one on the streets.
Well, they shouldn't be out doing it, but no doubt there is people
Yeah, there will be.
jumping at the opportunities. I thought the same thing. To get some of these landmarks, to actually get a photo with nobody in front of them.
That's true. I actually got so lucky
Oh, yeah.
taking a picture of Shakespeare's home. Because normally there's hundreds of people. For some reason, something happened a bit further up, and people all went up to see what it was, and there was no one in front of it. So it was only for a couple of seconds, and I got a photo.
Then when I tried,
No, then they all came back. So quiet. Just need the hound to wail now. Ooh. I'm glad the nurses and doctors have a bit of a laugh, because it must be horrendous working there. Some sort of levity is required. Well, I don't know what the circumstance of what you saw is, but even through some of the funny things, and I once was going to be an undertaker, believe it or not, and all the jokes that they say, it's like, but he's just died. Shouldn't be saying things like that. And they said, well, this is how we deal with it.
well, here it's
Well,
quite.
you won't see many here, Shemma, I can assure you. One person of the household is allowed to go to the shop, not two. Yeah, it's absolutely what's needed, because it's just full-on stress otherwise. Well, some people are still not going to take it seriously, believing they're bulletproof. Well, we're only allowed one person to go, and now they've decreed anyone over 70 can't leave their home, they have to stay home. And anyone over, or 60 and over, if you've got any ailment at all, be it mild or not, they don't want you to go out either. So they're being very A-specific, targeting the older people. But I've been seeing reports of 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds dying, and even some that have recovered have been going through how hellish it's been for weeks and weeks and weeks, trying to get the message out to younger people to say, you're not immune.
Well, they're solving that problem tomorrow.
Yes.
Closing all parks and skate parks.
Yeah, kids aren't supposed to be out. Yeah, no, I don't understand that. The shortage in some of the hospitals around the world is just incredible. We've got, I'm sure you've got them there too, Vima. Maybe not where you live, but we've got 24-hour shopping centres that we can go to. So you could go at 3 in the morning and no one's going to be there.
Well, that's unless everybody says the same thing.
Hello, Buttercup.
But,
We had coffee and cake. I had carrot cake. And you ate both chocolate cakes.
you said I could.
It doesn't worry me.
I had to have one for VMAC.
Yes, I'm sure she appreciated it.
Mel, are you
I've left
back?
the apple slices for Buttercup.
Yeah, no part.
Limited hours, okay, yeah.
Queensland went to as far as actually dumping sand at all skate parks because people weren't listening, so they can't skate anymore.
Good. There's been some great things happening. I did say a couple of weeks ago we'll see the worst and the best of what people can do. Yep, I'll save you a slice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to eat the chocolate. I had to take one for the team. So I ate both.
I mean, a lot of hospitals around the world, nurses and doctors, they're just sleeping on gurneys, whatever they can get, because there's no time to go home. One Italian doctor says he's doing 16 hours and then he'll just crash, but he says even when he sleeps sometimes they wake him up. So no one's getting any respite. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bad, but there's going to be some good stuff, and we'll probably remember the good stuff. Old people here are being looked after. People are shopping for them. They're getting extra money. The bills don't have to be paid, so their mental health as far as panicking over money is not there. Well, I know in New York there's so many cops that have actually come down with it. No protection.
I actually think that's a helicopter, is it?
I think it is, yeah.
There's some chocolate crumbs there.
Yes, VMAX already spotted them. If we hear a drone, we know it's VMAC come to get the cake.
Oh, Buddy getting the apple one, yeah.
That's nice, that cake. You'd like that, Buttercup. Be nice with a little bit of warm custard.
Cream.
Well, we're in a major city. About 2.5 million people, but it's very sprawled out. And I have to tell you, on average, everyone is just staying home.
Tonight at 7 o'clock around our area, I went in the driveway and had a drink and stood out the front and clapped and cheered for all the workers.
It's a simple game of mathematics, Adam, in regards to one person, 2 persons, 10 people, 100 people. You just do the maths, you know it's not good.
Yeah, we're allowed to do a walk no more than 2 people, Buddy. And then, of course, like people were walking this afternoon, I watched them. There was a couple walking one way and a lady with the dog the other. So the lady with the dog crossed the road and the couple went further over, said hello to each other, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that's happened here too, BMAC. Some people have been going to small towns and cleaning out the supermarkets. It's not on. Yeah, even in rural towns here, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of rural towns here might only have 50 people in the town, but there are like 2,000 farmers in the district. So, and when they go to the shop and nothing's there.
See, what people are doing here, Buddy, is because like every local suburb has a local Facebook page or some sort of page that they're a member of. And they're actually telling each other, well, I'm doing this at this time, and then someone will say, okay, an hour later I'll go. So, yeah, it's working out.
You can't stay in a cabin here, and you can't stay in a hotel. They're all closed. Some hotels are being used. Anyone that's flying from interstate or from overseas is not asked anymore. They're picked up by a bus and they're taken to a quarantine hotel. That's it.
Mel, you missed the chocolate cake. I ate both pieces.
I don't know what you're going to do with your mum, Shamo. She's got her own mind made up.
That is carrot cake and apple slice.
Of course, when Butters get it, we'll get one of them silver 3-tiered things. Same food, it just looked flash.
Yep, I had, and there's a bit of chocolate
personal
crumb.
cabins, yep.
Look. See that?
But VMAC had eyes on those. There's only a few crumbs left, VMAC.
Mel, I'm just eating the last of the chocolate crumbs. Hold on. No. We got them the other day. We've got a local baker that makes
Yeah, she is, Mel.
And she makes up trays of assorted stuff, so we buy some every now and then.
We'll treat it as a visual feast.
And then you won't put any weight on.
That's right.
Plus,
just eat it imaginary-wise.
because I cut it in half, all the calories fell out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about church and older people that run them. Become very dictatorial and pompous.
Well, what would you like, Mel? And we'll send it to you.
We can make it happen, Mel.
Yes, Beamer, you've got to, you cut it in
Your
half.
own bedroom, new bed, new carpet, new ensuite.
Oh, while the girls are here.
24/7 food available.
While the girls are here, you remember what the room looked like the other night, girls? And boys. Oops, better not do that. Remember how it was all full of boxes and shit? Yeah, no, I'll have bedding for you, Mel. It's all right. We're getting all new stuff. Okay. Well, there's me washing, but anyway. Oh, do you want to look at Seed's shorts hanging up? There you go. Bit of sexy shorts there. I'll turn the light up. You're going to be surprised. Hang on, what am I doing? Ready? Ready? Da-da-da. Da-da. Look. Clean. Except for my washing. Because we haven't put a line up yet. Where's everything gone? In there. How's that? Oh, can see me in the window. Hello. So we might extend. I've got 2 more chairs to put there. I might extend it, put them out, but I don't think it's going to fit. We'll see. Few things up there. A few of my tins. Yes, look at that. I'll give you one more flash of Seeds shorts. Might excite you. Oh, there you go. There, see, isn't that cool? And I have to dust the bookcase. And there's the old boy.
Hello.
Oh, look at those legs. The girls have to see your legs because they love them.
I've only got 2 of them. That's all I have. I have no more. Look at that. That's an old leg.
Mel,
Tired legs.
I am not having wallpaper. I only just read that. Mel says, shall I pick the wallpaper?
Never.
Yeah, I had to stash the stuff somewhere, but I just put it. The office is sort of,
Office is finished.
yeah, and it can all sit in there until I get the other cupboard set up in the bookcase, and then I can unpack more, and then it'll be all done. Where's the chocolate stash, VMAC? It's still in the other room.
Now, Mel.
Yeah, I could hang them from the rafters. I bet, now girls, did I hang the washing the right way? I know everybody hangs their washing different. T-shirts from the bottom. Actually, usually I do T-shirts from the bottom, not.
Okay.
Or I put them straight onto coat hangers.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine, VMAC. Not here. Oh, seriously, if Mr. Granger goes out and starts hanging the clothes in summer, she gets to the end, she can go back to where she started hanging and take them off. They're dry. I'm not sure where JP is.
This time of night, he's probably in bed asleep. That's the 3rd plane I've heard tonight. That's a long time since we've heard any.
Could be a mining jet.
Now that's true, Butty, and sheets and towels, hang them out in the sun. When I get my clothes on and that put up, that's what will happen. I have a small clothesline around the other side for the sheets right now, but
We'll sort it out.
yeah. And especially when you've got nice washing liquid.
How do you hang your panties now? Sideways? Yeah, men hang clothes a bit different. We get one peg and go, yeah, that'll do.
Or you stand a distance and throw it and hope it makes it on the clothesline.
Yeah, it's good, that one. That will dry on the pavers anyway.
Yeah, but I hang up what I can. T-shirts and all like that. I hang up in the closet as well.
I did not yawn in my elbow. I openly yawned. You won't catch nothing from here. Too many grannies here. Do you realise you've now crossed the threshold, Shamo?
Oh, I have a wrench.
Descending on you right now with weapons.
Yeah,
Call me a granny, you fig leaf.
Actually, I am a granny, but I'm proud of it.
I'm not a granny. I think that would be about right, Buttercup. I can hear Buttercup leaning over to Shamo, looking down, saying, "You feeling lucky, punk?"
Yeah.
Why? Yes, we do. I'll admit to that. No, it was never really that bad. I just was boring.
And I use 3 pegs for towels.
We got to get some new towels too. We can't have second-hand towels for Mel or Buttercup. Must be fresh.
That's one thing, I don't buy second-hand towels.
No. That is not true, Mel.
Mel, you're in with VMAC there, and Butty.
Mel is a young woman.
All of them are. They're in their 30s.
Worms had bubbers.
Oh, you a grandworm.
You're a grandwormy.
You're a grandwormy, Mel.
Yes, I'll just tie a ribbon into a stick in the ground when you're here, Buttercup. And the wind will blow and you'll be like, wow, that's amazing.
Mel's all things farmer.
Worms are good. Process the soil and give you goodies back in exchange. Haven't seen any pictures of your garden, Mel. You'll have to secretly send us some. She is but a young thing, Shamo. Do not listen to a word that Meliana is saying. I'm in my elderlies. Give me a break.
You're not Mel.
What does that make us?
Oh yes, cut grass, freshly cut grass.
Oh, we're going to have some grass shortly, and I'll have a lawnmower ready for you when you get here.
So Mel, you're saying yes, you're going to mow our lawn? Oh, yes to the garden.
Sounds good, Butters. I'm looking forward to seeing the harvest. Yes, I think we have nothing but carbon, I think, Adam. They use you and I to test the date of dinosaurs. I can sit and watch birds for hours. I can honestly say that. Fascinating. I didn't tell you, there's 2 or 3 finches dancing around
Good, Mel.
on this branch here.
Yeah, there's some really tiny, cute ones, isn't there?
Yes, I would be interested, Mel. What?
Mel. She loves ya.
Why is she slapping me? Oh, okay. I thought it was you talking about the garden?
We've got leg remover. You have to remember what you said a minute ago.
Shovel the snow. I have an uncle that lives in Canada, and in the early days, he used to sow his second crop while the snow was melting. In other words, 3 or 4 inches, 4 inches of snow. He would seed. And so when the seed sank down, the water from the snow started the crop.
Oops, that was the wrong face I put in there. Oh well. Meant to be stars.
I fastened up. Not sure what that means. Depends how much snow you get, I guess, if you've got to do a bit of shoveling. Some parts of Canada get feet and feet and feet and feet and feet of snow.
What's that picture, Mel? Monkey. No, it's not a monkey.
Some of the most simplistic ways to garden is not to turn your soil, but to enrich it and add layers. Compost. Compost is only good for about 12 months. A lot of people think they'll put compost in their garden and think, yeah, that'll do for the rest of my life. No, that's not how it works. There's only so much nutrients in compost, and then it becomes very loose ground cover. It's all its nutrients are gone.
It's a gardening method, Mel. It's the person who does it.
I like the no dig method. I do like that. Just adding layers. Martha Stewart, yeah. She is known as a prison cook. And Morgan Freeman. My name is Morgan
Yeah, actually.
Freeman, and I live at Mel's place.
I think it was you
I'm
said
a
it,
garden
Mel.
gnome.
Why isn't Morgan Freeman narrating this shit?
I don't know. He probably
'Cause
is.
he narrates everything else.
Yeah, you can crack open a bale of hay on the top 2 strings, get a fork in there and loosen it, throw a little bit of soil in there, chuck all your potatoes in it. And you literally have a hay bale potato stack. Yeah, I know what you mean, but Adam, some of the processes you end up having. Look, I mean, I'll be honest with you. It takes 7 years to create the nutrients naturally each year. In other words, you use your own composting, buy some compost. Normally 3 inches is the minimum of compost on your garden beds, and I like to do it after harvest, clean out the beds and put some more compost in there. You're feeding the soil, and it's like cooking. And I can compare gardening to cooking. If you use the best ingredients, you get the best results. If you use crappy food, you get sort of crappy food on a plate. So you've got to feed your garden. Worms are fantastic. But I'm not going to grow potatoes, maybe some carrots, but not really a lot. They're just, our whole state grows them. But the expensive things like garlic, specialties, chilies, tomatoes, all sorts of things like that.
Yes, you are very logic, Mel.
I just imagine Mel in a science coat, white coat with glasses, pulling down the rim of the glasses saying, "I'm clever." Do you want to move, Shamo?
Move. You want to move? Move. Well, maybe not right now, but...
Yeah, moving right now is not a good idea. Have a good day, VMAC. Be careful.
Okay. VMAC, may the chocolate be with you. And VMAC, are you still there?
Most peas are a natural producer of nitrogen. Not so much beans, but peas definitely. Beans to a certain extent. If you pull up at the end of season, your peas, and you pull up on the ground, you see these tiny little white nodules on the bottom of the roots, and that is actually nitrogen produced by the pea. So a good way to start any garden, I might do it, is just put rows and rows of peas and let them get big and get lots of peas off it, and then basically chop them up and let them sit on top and let all the goodness come from them. There's not much wastage in a garden that can't be reused. I've lived near the ocean. I can tell you the secret about having ocean views is a 4-minute drive without the expense. Yes, where Mel lives, we lived there once ourselves. You're spoilt for choice. But I'm not a mermaid. I just look like it. She flips her tail in the waters of Mandurah. Yeah, a lot of cars in Australia suffer because you live near the ocean.
It's like in your windows.
And your windows get smudgy and marks on them. In a few short years, I'll be there. You coming to Australia, mate? I'll put another shrimp on the barbie for you. Why am I always getting slapped?
Because she loves you.
Disgusting. And we can be heroes.
Oh, I've got to go and put my phone on the charger and have a shower.
For one day. Yep, I think we're going to turtle. It's turtling time. We've taunted you enough with the cake. That's just where the camera is actually pointing, so...
Yeah, we've got to send it to Mel. I ate VMAX bit.
Disgusting. This kid should go on a t-shirt, Mel.
Yeah.
They make a good t-shirt. All right, we're going to toodles. So...
Try to blow kisses. I'm yawning. Love yous. Love yous all. Stay safe. Be good. We can do this.
Well, you don't have to be good if you don't want to, but definitely stay safe. I'm sure you are going to have a good day. Make it a good day. Don't just accept the day, make it good. Enjoy it. Get one little bit of enjoyment, even if it's just Buttercup watching her knickers blow in the breeze. It's entertainment for some people. So we'll see you again next time. Take care.